Hi guys, welcome back. So Aquarius, I was going to go ahead and just get one more video out right, and then this evening I'll do other zodiacs, but I had a little bit more time right now, so let's jump into this. So Aquarius, because we've got this backdrop that is all watercolor flowers, what I wanted to do is keep that in mind when we paint with watercolors. It's as important that we remember the blank spaces as that we are paying attention to the images that we're trying to create, just because it's transparent paint, so you can see through the layers, so you can't easily paint over things, right? So you map out the white spaces as much as you would the colored spaces. So with that in mind, because it's a different way to look at things, right? It's about looking at the blank spots. That's what I want to keep in mind as we do this storytelling, is what is it that is not visible? What is it that's not known? That's where my focus is on this one, is what does our character not know? That's where we want to kind of like, we want to focus on the blank spot. We have rescue. All right, Aquarius, we start out with the word rescue, and you notice that we've got someone who's an island over here, and the only way to get here, because it's an island up in the sky, so the only way to get there is, well, in this case, by hot air balloon. I'm going to say someone is pretty remote. Someone has retreated. Someone has pulled their energy so far back that it's really hard to reach them. This could be somebody who is just simply emotionally hard to reach, or this could be somebody that is physically far away. Whatever this, and this could be that we want to contemplate, why did someone do this, right? Like I said, we're looking at the blank spot. If someone is out there looking for this person, wanting to rescue them, why did this person put themselves on this island in the sky in the first place? What made someone retreat? Are they in a process where they're like, no, don't rescue me. I'm loving my solitude right now. I'm on a healing journey. I'm on a, shamanistic journey. Please do not come in here and, call out over a loudspeaker, I am here to save you. It's like, I don't need saving. Like, I chose this. This is my retreat. Please leave me in peace and silence right now. I need another 5 days and then I'll come back down from the mountain. That could be the way this actually is. So we don't want to disrupt someone's peace. But it could also be that someone has isolated themselves and said, I just feel like I don't belong. So I've just decided I would withdraw my energy. And that's why someone is coming to rescue, just with, like camaraderie and words of love. The big thing here is, what was the motive for somebody to go and pull themselves away? And what is the motive for the other person to come and want to rescue them? Those are the unknown questions that we've got to answer, more so than I think all else. Now, at this moment, I don't know who the Aquarius is in it. Are they the person that retreated? And is somebody coming to find them? Let's first start out with whoever has retreated, okay? Whoever has retreated, we've got a King of Swords in the reverse. This could be our Aquarius, who is like, I am all kinds of out of sorts. I feel depleted. I don't feel like I have great direction. Hi, Rehab. Good to see you, beauty. Glad to see you. And forgive me for not saying your full name. I'm so sorry. My eyes don't track very quickly, and I know your name instantly though. Fabiana, good to see you also, honey. This is like our lead character has said, maybe they're even disgruntled. This could be a Libra, Gemini, Aquarius who is saying, I don't want to be around anybody right now. Why? Because it could be a blend of, I feel disgruntled about something, so I don't want to talk to somebody. But anytime one of our court cards goes into the reverse, this is also somebody's kind of stewing in their own misery juice, and that's not a great place to sit. So it could be a really good thing that somebody is trying to approach them to rescue them, because sometimes when we get stuck in our own misery juice, it's because we have come to some incorrect conclusions. We assume, that song, that's, I don't know if everybody sang this as a kid or if it was just my weirdo family, but nobody likes me, everybody hates me, guess I'll go eat worms. That was such a weird little chant, as kids that we sang. And I think lots of times in life, even if we're adults, sometimes we can feel like so misunderstood. Nobody cares about me. Nobody appreciates me. Nobody likes me. I'm not going to talk to anybody, when that may not be true. It may just be that we feel wounded, we feel overlooked, and we need a little support when we didn't get it, and that can just make somebody feel very ostracized. And then what do? They actually ostracize themselves. So, I mean, Hey, listen, I can be the queen of straight up pity parties sometimes. And I'm not saying this person is in pity party mode exactly, but they're definitely stewing in the misery juice over here. But again, that's a complicated reason as to why. Why are they in that energy? We've got the 9 of Swords in the reverse. Well, actually, this person is saying, I want to lower my stress level. I've removed my energy because I was irritated, because I did feel misunderstood, because I wasn't happy. And you know what? I want my stress level to calm. So I'm trying to right my energy. And that means I need to pull my energy back. At least that's their reaction. Like this person, and I kind of feel like it's Aquarius. I feel kind of like Aquarius has had something unpleasant enough happen that it really rattled them. And their reaction is, I just want to get away from the things that are rattling me, that make me feel not very happy, that cause me stress and grief. So I'm pulling my energy back, and then I'll take time and I'll get myself upright again, at some point. Okay, I can totally understand that. May I ask, what was it that happened? Well, unfortunately, it must have been, I don't know, with the 4 of Wands, it's usually a really good message, okay? But if something shook our character, it might have been like, I thought everything was going great. I thought I was going to have a 4 of Wands kind of life. I thought everything was going to be like stable and secure. And instead it went, belly up. It might have been like a significant disappointment, or it could even be that it's like, wow, I thought that I was on track to wind up having this, and instead it was gifted to someone else, and I'm a little salty over it. Hey, who hasn't been feeling like, wait a minute, I've worked this hard, and yet somebody else gets promoted to manager, but not me. I'm sorry, I need a few days off because I don't even know if I want to keep working here. I might want to put in an application someplace else. It's like there's an unhappiness around this subject matter of what should be a balanced and wonderful turn of events, and yet that is the thing that our character seems to be salty over. So there's got to be a reason for that, right? And it could just be a disappointment, like, man, I thought this was going to go smooth and then it didn't. Oh yeah, a tower. Okay, so that makes perfect sense. Something that should have been really balanced went belly up. Now, the one thing to remember, though, and the reason I love the tower so much, is it's not chaotic destruction that is like some punishment. It's that, unbeknownst to our character, had things gone the way they wanted it to go, they would have actually been confined. It's hard to see when things don't go the way we expected them to. And our perception was, I thought I was going to have this really happy life. I thought I was going to have this really happy career. I thought I was going to get the promotion. And then guess what? It goes belly up. And now I think I'm looking for a new job. That's not the way I expected this to be. And so, of course, I'm salty. But the tower happens when we were actually thinking too small. We were confining our thoughts. We were confining ourselves. This could have been like someone would have been settling had they been able to stay, or if they had received that promotion at that job, they might have started working 85 hours a week for barely any increase in pay. Instead, that wonderful opportunity was bestowed upon somebody else. And our lead character, maybe they are salty and they are going to go find another job, but maybe that other job is going to be, they work a quarter of that amount of hours and they get paid 4 times more. Sometimes we don't know that we weren't getting enough. And that's the only reason. We weren't aiming high enough for our own selves. And the universe is like, oh, darling, you're thinking that this is all shiny and good and you really want this, but baby, you don't even know there's so much better out there. I always like to use this example. A little kiddo that was very dear in my life. At one point, the only candy he'd ever had was Skittles. And so in his mind, that was the only candy that existed. So you could show him a wall of candy in the store. And he didn't even know the magic of chocolate yet. He didn't know the magic of, so many other flavors. He would like rush over and he would candy, eat, and point to himself. And he just wanted Skittles. And then just 2 Skittles, one for each little fat hand, was all he needed. And he was so content. He didn't know beyond the realm of what his little eyeballs could recognize and what his taste buds had experienced. He didn't know that there was a whole nother world of magical candy and volumes of candy that can be eaten that he was unaware of. So that's kind of what I want to say is, I think our character only knew about one kind of amazing candy without yet realizing there's lots and lots and lots of other flavors out there that are equally as magical, that have yet to be experienced. So yeah, our character is ticked off, but they're trying to lower their stress level by withdrawing their energy. And maybe that's just it. Maybe they're coming to this conclusion. Maybe that's why their stress level is calming down, because they're like, wait a minute, I was salty, but maybe I wasn't supposed to have this. Maybe I am supposed to move forward. Maybe this relationship wasn't the best one for me. All right, my stress level keeps coming down by about 300 notches as I breathe deep and I think about other alternatives as to why life is going this way. It wasn't what I expected, but maybe I couldn't have planned it this way. Maybe I couldn't have foreseen that because I just was unaware that there was more out there for me. So we see our character's energy is shifting. They're getting calmer. They're getting less salty. Their stress levels coming down. They're seeing this as a chance of being liberated, not as something that was taken from them. So that may be the rescue. But let's, in all fairness, let's ask, because at first I read it like there was a person who was coming in to rescue, but it might just be our character's own amazing power of like maturity, right? When things don't go well, first we're like super bummed, and then we go, nah, wait a minute. I'm an adult. Things come, things go, life changes. I know all that. If something isn't what I want, guess what? I can make new decisions for myself. So I really feel like this character, if this is Aquarius, they're very mature. But of course, anybody's entitled to have their moment of like saltiness, and then we settle it. So with that rescue aspect, we've got the Hanged Muse in this case. It is a different way to look at things. Could it be a Pisces who is suddenly popping up out of nowhere? This could be the unexpected. This could be either we're still just talking about our character's mindset where they're able to look at things from a new perspective and they go, wait a minute. Yeah, maybe a relationship that ended, or a career path that turns out I think I'm going to be looking for a different job because I'm not thrilled with what, how I wasn't promoted or how somebody else was promoted. Maybe this is magical because it is allowing me to acknowledge a few things. Maybe I wasn't really happy. Let's break it down and say, maybe if I really count up the things that didn't satisfy me, say this was about a romance that's ended. Okay, first I'm flabbergasted that my romance has crumbled. But if I really stop and I think, was I that satisfied in this romance? Why was I staying in that romance? What did they make me feel loved? Did they make me feel safe? Did they make me feel secure? Did they contribute? Did they, was it easier? Was my life easier and better and richer for being with this person, or was there stress? Was there a primarily like continual tension and never quite figuring out how to communicate very well? Like, I think our character, not to make this like a terrible, like a negative list of things so they can be like, oh, I don't like that person after all. But I think it's every bit as important to contemplate, what was I not getting? I think that's the other rescue. We're starting to realize I've been rescued from something that didn't really make me happy. Or let's use the job as the example. Okay, did I like the hours I was working? No, actually, it kind of sucked. It made my schedule really difficult to go pick up my kid or something. They were inflexible. Did I get enough time off? Did I get benefits that I wanted and could use? Did I have a location that was close enough to where I live so I didn't spend a ton of time in commuting? Like, when we list all the things that maybe we weren't really getting, no wonder it starts to feel like a freaking rescue. It's like, thank God this thing fell apart. I was freaking miserable and I never really looked at it that way. I looked at it as, I'm going to make the best of this. I've figured out how to make this work. That's why it's balanced. It's only balanced because I'm the one doing all the heavy lifting. I'm the one who is making all the concessions. I'm the one making something appear to be successful. But what was I getting out of it? Only a lot of work. Sorry, I was about to cuss there. I do cuss a lot in my real life. I just don't on my channel. So sometimes I'm like, Kate, use your vocabulary, not your expletives. I'm happy for this character. This is so much better. And look at this. She's putting on her glasses and she's seeing clearly. This is somebody who didn't look at the details until now. Now that something has crashed down, they're like, holy smokes, I didn't like this, I didn't like this, I didn't like this, and I didn't like that. I'm so freaking glad. Now I'm looking at it with the fine details that I was just letting it pass. Oh, this wasn't right, but that's okay. That I wasn't really being satisfied in, but that's okay. No more of that. I'm looking at this and really investigating, okay, moving forward, what are my deal breakers? Because whatever this relationship was or this career path was, now that I know I'm actually done with it, I want to make sure that I don't ever just acquiesce to some stuff that I don't even like. I want to make sure that I get the things that I want. So let me look at the minutia. Let me not to pick somebody apart or to pick apart the business out of meanness or pettiness, but because I want to use this as a learning example. And that's really what this is. The Page of Voices is the Page of Swords, and it's all about how we gather information. I think this person is going to detail out what they hate. Okay, so I'll use this me as an example. I had been living at a place once upon a time that had a beautiful, assumingly beautiful yard. And then as you move in, you discover that, oh, there's a plumbing problem in the house. Oh, the bonus room is unfinished, so it doesn't hold heat nor cool. So you spend so much money in trying to heat and cool the house. Then you find out that the yard that's nice has a lot of money to keep it green. And it turns out it's not a great place to garden. The soil's not very good. So as you start ticking off the things that you discover that are not great, pretty soon you go, wait a second, I'm paying how much to live here? And I got none of the things that I thought I was going to have, the ease, the comfort, the amenities, and all of a sudden it's like, well, now I know better what to look for the next place that I'm going to wind up living. And of course I used that information and I matured and I was better about, picking and choosing and what are my deal breakers and what questions to ask. And, I look into a couple different things now, to make sure that I don't get stuck with something that turns out to be this huge burden that I'm lugging around and paying rent on, or, those are the things that I learned along the way when I was younger. That's a wonderful way to look at anything, I think, including romances. If we can take the emotion out and we can say, wait, what crap did I not like? What did I learn about that? Man, this is going to make me have a much more successful relationship next time. Nisha, thank you, sweetheart. You are so kind. Thank you, beauty. That is absolutely the most generous thing. Thank you, everybody. And thank you for your lovely energy here. That is a huge, huge, huge donation of your energy to my channel as well. So thank you, everybody. I really like that our character, they are seeing that they have been rescued from something that was not truly good enough for them. They deserved more. They deserved better. They deserved someone who was more of a partner. They deserved a business or a career path that was really going to make sure that they weren't just being exhausted and not actually even having their needs met, that they weren't being rewarded enough for the energy that they were putting out. So the only other thing that I really care about right now is then where does our character go next? Because we know that they're done with this. We know that they've already started to move forward. We know that their stress level has come down to basically 0 at this point, because we already have that 9 of Swords in the reverse. They're seeing all of this. They're looking at the details. They're making a list of what did I just learn? They're feeling rescued. And yeah. This person, Natalie, thank you. Good to see you. How are you, Angel? So nice to see you out there. Thank you. You are so, so, so generous. Always. Thank you. Look, our character is moving toward people of quality and abundance, people that are going to, this could be career path, is going to pay them freaking fabulous, or hire them in as a manager, hire them in with that power. And they know it. They know that they deserve this because they're not lying to themselves. With that 7 of Swords in the reverse, they're not going to get duped by anything that looks real nice, smells real good, only to figure out, oh, it's a stinking serpent. Like, this person's only out for themselves. They're clutching those eggs. They're telling me one thing while, it's all about them. It's all their own best interest, but they're trying to make me think that they're fair and balanced and they're going to treat me nicely and they care about my happiness and my well-being, when really they're just wanting to get what they can from me because they know that I'm an abundant person or a skilled worker or a loving partner, and they want all that, all my yum yum, all my good, as I like to say. I'm not going to get trapped with somebody like that. I've realized I can smell lies. I can figure out who's not the real deal, because I'm not duped by things that just look nice and smell good. I know how to evaluate quality now. How does somebody treat me? that we could have this Aquarius headed right into the arms of an amazing, could be an earth sign, doesn't have to be, but it's somebody who is mature and stable, somebody who can back up every word that they say with actual action, someone who is, they already have everything of their own. So they're not looking for somebody to mooch off of or ride, someone else's coattails, or look, I want to be with you because you can make my life way easier. No, this is somebody who's like, what do you mean? My life is already fantastic. I pay my own bills. I've got enough money to do what I do. I'm a mature individual. I've got my act together. If you are a part of my life, Aquarius, it's because you complement my life in a way that makes me feel so excited to be able to share what I've already built with you, and vice versa, but not because I want you to then build something for me to enjoy. That's the quality of partnership that Aquarius is ending up with. And it's all thanks to whatever crappy situation they were liberated from. Same thing with a business. This would be the kind of person where maybe this is a super established business. This is something where it's like, what do you mean? Our company's been out there for 50 years already. What we look for is incredible talent, because that we know the value of not having high turnover, not trying to get someone to work for the lowest money possible, but rather we want to hire the best professionals and make sure they want to stay, because we care about our reputation and the longevity of our business. That's who Aquarius winds up with. That is awesome. Signs and Sing, thank you so much. You sweetie. Thank you. Oh, Natalie, I'm so glad to hear that you're doing so well, honey. I'm always delighted to see you. Hey, Nat's here in the house today too. Signs and Things, thank you again. That's so generous. I am absolutely honored, you guys. Thank you for being here, and thank you for all of your kindness, everybody. I'm going to wrap this one up because I feel like that's where our Aquarius is headed. And in a nutshell, to me, that makes perfect sense. Sometimes the best thing that we ever experience is what is either taken away, and we realize, thank God I wasn't stuck in that anymore. I thought I lost it. Instead, it turns out I was liberated from it. Now I get to have the lesson out of it that really just points me in the right direction of what I truly deserve. And that is going to help me get to that much happier connection, that much more, just something that is actually worthy of me, and what I have to offer. I want something to be worthy of receiving what I have to offer in a reciprocated energy. And I do not think that our Aquarius was being reciprocated. The only thing is, we began with our Aquarius feeling like, I am ticked off that this is over, that something has ended. And then they go, wait a second, I should be ticked off if it were still trying to hold on to me. I like that twist of mind as our character really gets a chance to think about it. It's like, oh no, doesn't even matter. I mean, maybe this was not a nice ending. Maybe this person, betrayed somebody or did something that was really unpleasant toward Aquarius. But honestly, instead of being irritated, Aquarius is like, thank God they showed their true colors. And thank God I am set free to go and have someone treat me right, pay me well. This was the best thing that could have ever happened. So honestly, joke's on them. They lost the best thing they're ever going to have, Anyway, nice energy on this one. We took a storyline that could have been very rough, and instead our character handled it like with so much maturity and grace. It was a really nice story to be able to tell. All right, you guys, I hope everybody is having a nice day. Thank you again for being here. Signs and Things, I hear you. Yes, that's such an amazing lesson to get at some point, isn't it? Letting go of those who could not. I hear you. Yeah. Oh, I didn't know that, Natalie. Your Venus is in Aquarius. Very nice. Very nice. Rizma, good to see you, honey. From Louisiana. Awesome. All right, you guys, have a lovely afternoon. I'll see you guys again later on this evening when I'll do some of the other Zodiac stories. I've got to take a break now and do other things with my day, but late tonight, I'll do probably at least four more Zodiacs, possibly 5 if I can. Hi, Carmen. Welcome. I'm delighted you were here for the live. Tammy Secord, good to see you, Angel. Lots of love. Hey, Damien, thank you. Thank you very much. All right, you guys, I'll see you later on tonight. Oh, and I'll release the singles reading also. I already did that one too. So, oh, Natalie, I'm so sorry. Oh, sweethearts. I am sending you a gigantic hug, and I'm sure everybody else here is also. I'm sorry. It's very hard to say farewell to our loved ones when they cross that rainbow bridge. I hope that you have a lot of wonderful support around you right now. From my heart to yours, sweetheart. get some rest, take care of you. And I hope that you have some really wonderful people to share some time with right now. And you have some nice memories of your papa. All right, you guys, lots of love, and especially to you today, sweetie. Bye for now.